It's been over 125 years since Sherlock Holmes first appeared in print. But devotion to fiction's greatest detective hasn't dimmed in the slightest.
Apiary! Yes! Forjitsu!
Welcome to 221B Con, a convention named for Holmes's Baker Street, London address. But this door's an ocean away, in Atlanta, Georgia, where fans don't just admire the master of deduction, they want to be him. Who are you wearing?
This is a deerstalker hat.
One can deduce that David McAllister has been reading Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's stories a little bit longer than most of the other attendees here.
This is absolutely terrific. It just shows that Sherlock Holmes is timeless, and each generation finds its own way to express the appreciation for these characters and the interest in the Conan Doyle's works.
All of this Sherlock mania grew out of a curious case of frustration. Sir Arthur's, that is.
It always annoyed me how in the old-fashioned detective story, the detective always seemed to get at his results either by some sort of lucky chance or a fluke, or else it was quite unexplained. I began to think of turning scientific methods, as it were, onto the work of detection.
In other words, Holmes didn't rely on dumb luck. He used reason and close observation to solve crimes.
Furthermore, I'd say the Dr. Mortimer had a small practice in the country and was the owner of a dog.
How can you tell that?
Quite simple. From the teeth marks. Look, you can see for yourself.
Conan Doyle's great coup as a popular writer was the idea that he could keep the same character in a series of stories.
Michael Gerda, Pulitzer Prize-winning book critic for The Washington Post, says Sherlock was the first serialized character.
Rather than have a new detective for each story, he would just keep Watson and Holmes coming back. So they built up a natural kind of interest in them, so that this idea of the mastermind detective became very popular.
New Yorker Abby Armada came to Atlanta to compete in the convention's costume contest.
I'm the fireplace from 221B.
Sherlock Holmes' fireplace.
Sherlock Holmes' fireplace.
Sherlock kept a skull on his mantelpiece, so your head is on the mantle,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Of all the Holmes stories, 56 short stories and 4 novels in all, one of the most popular is The Hound of the Baskervilles. The Hound made Doyle a fortune in 1901 and is still making money today.
This is an actual leaf from Arthur Conan Doyle's manuscript of The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Chris Coover is the senior manuscripts specialist for Christie's Auction House in New York.
I like it particularly because the crossouts show his sort of second thoughts as he's going along.
They didn't have whiteout then. This single page sold for more than $150,000. You like Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes has been good to me.
Don Hobbs's library is proof of Sherlock love on a whole different scale. His 11,000 volume collection spans the globe.
The Sherlock Holmes has been translated into 98 languages. I've been able to find 92 of those.
Including editions from Egypt, Bulgaria, even an Eskimo language Hound of the Baskervilles. What doesn't he have? Tajikistan?
Tajikistan, I do.
Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan, I do.
What about Palukistan?
No such place.
Okay, so, well,
Stump the stumper here.
Would you have a message for somebody who has 11,000 volumes of Sherlock Holmes, including one in Inuit, the Eskimo language?
Well done.
You still haven't told me where we're going yet.
Lucy Liu and Johnny Lee Miller are the stars of CBS's own Elementary, which updates the Victorian tale to modern-day New York. Are you the first tattooed Sherlock Holmes?
Well, I don't know about that because I haven't seen all of the other Sherlock Holmes naked.
Madam.
Well, everyone else has.
I'm a professional, but beneath this pillow lies the key to my release.
Whether it's Robert Downey Jr. in the movies,
Good morning.
Benedict Cumberbatch in the critically acclaimed BBC TV show Sherlock,
Get off my seat.
or actually Mr. Miller himself.
Care to explain why you broke out of your rehab facility the same day you were being released?
Today's Sherlock is pushing all kinds of boundaries. Lucy Liu plays Holmes's partner in crime-solving, Dr. Joan Watson. To Sherlockians who think that might be a step too far,
they can criticize all they want. It's not going to change the situation. I'm not going to get any kind of a sex change anytime soon.
Right.
So it's going to
well,
it's going to stay where it is.
Maybe for sweeps.
For sweeps. Right. Well, when in like our 5th year, something may happen.
Well, that wouldn't faze the fans in Atlanta. Most of them met in cyberspace on sites like the Baker Street Babes, Always 1895, Better Homes and Gardens.
Next is Willa, who is...
Kaz Cronin is the proprietress of Where Sherlock. Naturally, she hosted the convention's costume contest.
When you're part of an online community, this is the only place where you're going to find these people that know how passionate you are. So,
And Sherlock Holmes is your social network in a way.
yes, that's the best way of explaining it.
It seems like there's a Sherlock for everyone.
It's clearly an evolution.
Who else to put it all in perspective than Ashley Polasek, who is getting her doctorate in, what else? The cinema of Sherlock Holmes.
What does the astonishing popularity of this character say about us?
We long for order and reason. This is a guy who can walk into a room and see all the things going on in the room and go, that matters, and none of the rest of it does. And we would love to be able to do that.
Elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary. A muffin?